All right, guys, let's go through these. Put it away, Henry. Thank you. Cash phone away. All right, first one, we have to factor. So x minus 2, x plus 1, and then did we get minus 2 and plus 4? Okay. So do we see how this one has a hole in it? Yes, okay. And what I'm left with is the x plus 1 over x plus 4. So where is the hole? Where are the coordinates? 2 and 1/2, right? Okay. Yeah, I thought I heard a negative somewhere. I was like, no negative. All right, then we just have one vertical asymptote. What is it? -4. What is our horizontal asymptote on this one? Okay. I have one x-intercept. What is it? Good. And then what's my y-intercept?
0.
Yeah, so kind of, sure, there. All right, so I've got plenty for this side of my graph. Did you guys plug in another point?
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you plug in?
-5.
Okay, and what did we get?
-4.
4, sounds good, okay. Somewhere over here, and then there's your graph. Okay. How'd we do on number 1? We're okay? All right. Number 2, then we extend on that a little bit. This is what we did last time. You still have to factor and think about all of those things. So what does that numerator factor into? 2x minus 1 and what, x plus 2? Oh, should be, nope, that's not right. How about 2x plus 1 and x minus 2? Do you see why? Okay. All right, no hole this time, right? Okay. I do have a vertical asymptote at -3. Do I have a horizontal or slant asymptote? Slant. So I need to do my division. I'm going to just squeeze it in here. I didn't leave myself very much room. Stop there. So your slant asymptote is y equals 2x minus 9. So how do I graph that?
You're to the right. Well, instead of -9.
Yes.
That's 2x.
Kind of.
Up to
-9 is the line.
Yeah, the 2 is your slope. So up to over. So I'm going to say -9 is, I don't know, somewhere down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sure. And then it's from there up to over 1, up to over 1. Like you get this nice slanted asymptote. This graph takes up a lot of space. Okay. You have 2 x-intercepts. What are they?
2 and 0.
Good. And what about your y-intercept? -2/3. That almost fits with my tick mark. Sure. So this is kind of what this part of the graph looks like. Hopefully yours is prettier than mine. We probably know where the other piece is going to go, but let's find one point just so we know for sure. What should I plug in? -4. When I plug in -4, what do I get?
-42.
It's real big, isn't it? Because let's see, -8 plus 1 is -7 times, yeah. Yep, there it is. There's -4, -42. Looks great. Okay. Big point, but how'd you do graphing? Yeah? Okay, we've learned things with graphing rationals. All right. Now let's see, do you remember things about graphing polynomials? Okay, did you start with your P over Q list? Okay. Because I didn't give you any solutions this time. You just had to figure it out. So you had 1, 2, 3, 6, 1/2, and 3/2 to try. What worked? 1, 2. What most of you guys use? 2. Okay, I'm hearing more 2, so I'll do that. Okay, so you're checking with your P over Q list. You go through the synthetic division. What am I looking for? Like, how do I know, oh, that works? Remainder of 0. Okay, so 2, 4, 7, 14, 3, 6, 0. Yay. Okay. I'm left with this 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. What does that factor into? 2x plus 1 and x plus 3. And then what's the third factor we don't want to forget about? Okay. That is your polynomial now in factored form. Okay? So now you can graph this thing. All right, so I've got my 3x intercepts. What's the y-intercept? Yeah, -6. Good. Remember, you can go back to the standard form of the original one and find your y-intercept very quickly because it's just the constant up there. What are the ends of this graph doing? Good. Yes. And do I have any multiplicity to be concerned with? No. So it's going to just cross, cross, cross. Okay. Did you remember things? Okay. Is it good we're continuing to refresh over these things? Yes? All right. You will have to graph a polynomial again on Friday, okay? All right. Any questions before we start notes? Yeah. You bet. You're good. Okay. All right. Notes. Last part of skill 2. Okay, we are doing rational non-linear inequalities. In our skill 1 that had polynomials, we did polynomial nonlinear inequalities. That was, do you guys remember the number line and the pluses and minuses and all that? So we're doing that again, but now with rationals instead of just polynomials. Okay. So you've seen part of this before. So let's just try some. We've got x minus 3 over x plus 4 is greater than 0. What do you mean, just no? Probably will take you like 12 seconds. I don't know what to tell you. This is what we're doing today, so. All right, guys. You need a 0 on one side of your inequality, which we already have in this problem. Once you have that, the critical numbers that go on your number line, it's just anything that makes your numerator or denominator equal to 0. So what are my two critical numbers here? Okay, -4 and 3. So put them in order. We're going to test our regions just like we did before. What do we like to use to test? 0. Where does 0 live on this number line? Okay. 0 in the numerator, so 0 minus 3. You guys see how that would give me a negative? Okay, and 0 plus 4 is positive. So overall, what is that section? Okay. Do you guys see any multiplicity here? So what is our number line going to do? Okay. All right, I want to know, when is it greater than 0? Yeah, the edges, right? All right, am I including the -4 and the 3? No. Okay. Now, guys, if it had said greater than or equal to, could I include both the -4 and the 3? Are we sure about that? Not the -4. Good. Why not? Yeah, we can't divide by 0. So that's something to be aware of. No matter what the inequality says, don't ever include what makes your denominator 0. Okay? We'll practice several of those. This one, it didn't matter because it just said greater than, so our answer would be -infinity to -4, union 3 to infinity. Why is the union sign? What do you mean? Union starts with U? Is that what you're talking about? It's like or, it's saying this section or this section will work. When you get into some probability and different things, you can see intersection, which is like this direction means intersection. That's like and. This is the union, which means or. Yeah. Well, if you feel like writing out or every time, go for it. You just seem like maybe you're not happy with math today. Is that accurate? Okay. All right, let's try again. You guys try this one. Shouldn't take you too long. Check with your neighbor once you've got it. Check with people around you. Cindy, you can check with these two since you have no neighbor right now. You okay? It's cold in here. Your mom always laughs at me. She's like, "It's so hot in here." Not hot in here. It's never good. Yeah, she gets so toasty. She can come visit.
She'll wear like pants and then complaining about it. She's like, I think get hot while you get home.
one day I had a sweater on and she was like a full length. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, it's cold. It's funny. All right, guys, your answer. Did you say bracket -5 to parenthesis around your 2?
No, you were right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, okay. Sometimes it takes a minute. Yeah.
Why is it soft bracket for 2?
So if we included the 2, if I plug a 2 in, what does that give me in the denominator?
Oh, 0.
Can't do that. Yeah, exactly. So always pay attention to the denominator. Even if it says or equal to, don't include that one. Okay. Let's do one more where it's pretty straightforward here with just the 0 on one side, and then we'll add a little twist. 3x minus 2 over x plus 3 is less than or equal to 0. Try that one for me. Check with each other. I'm sure you're done. Did we get it, guys? Parenthesis -3 to 2/3 bracket. Yes. So 2/3 came from the numerator, right?
Yeah.
So the numerator one, you can put the bracket on. It's the denominator one that you can't. Yep. It all comes back to dividing by 0. We don't want to divide by 0. You see it? Okay. All right, x plus 2 over x minus 3 is less than or equal to 6. We'll do this one together. What's different this time? Yeah, what do I need on that side?
0.
Okay, so I'm going to bring the 6 over, and now I can't just like smush it into the fraction, right? Remember, it's over 1. How do I subtract fractions? What do I need? Common denominator. What is the common denominator? Okay, so realize this -6, you're taking numerator and denominator times x minus 3. That's a well-chosen one so that you actually have a common denominator. Okay? So the way you write the next step, I have x plus 2. And then I'm distributing a -6, so just be really careful with your signs. It's going to be minus 6x plus 18 all over x minus 3. Stop there for a second. Do we see it? Yeah? Okay.
Oh, don't you love it when you mess up?
Got that? And then we're just going to simplify the numerator. So -5x plus 20 over x minus 3 is less than or equal to 0. Okay. Are we all right there? What? Never? Uh-oh. We're going to practice common denominators a lot today. So. Then I need a number line. This one still just has 2 points on it. What are they? 3 and 4. Are you guys okay with where the 4 comes from? That's just setting the numerator equal to 0. Okay. And guys, if it's like weird numbers and you aren't trusting what you're getting in your head, just write it out. Write out negative 5x plus 20 equals 0 and solve that. That's okay. So if I test 0 this time, where does 0 live? Yeah, over there, not in the middle this time. Do we see that that would give me a negative? Okay, does it alternate? It does. Did you say I don't know? If there's not multiplicity, it's going to alternate. Okay. All right, so this time I want less than or equal to 0. Which of these is not included, the 3 or the 4?
3.
Okay. And then it's the ends, right? So, negative infinity to 3, parenthesis, union, bracket, 4, infinity. Yes. So the parenthesis is that it's not a part of your solution set. The bracket means it is included. So we can't include the 3 because 3 would give me dividing by 0. I can't divide by 0. So it's like a vertical asymptote, right? If you were telling me the domain, you skip over where that vertical asymptote is. Same idea here. We're skipping over the 3 because it's not a valid number to use in this problem. Okay? Like on number 3 over there, it was negative 3 that we had to skip over. So that's why that had the parentheses. Yeah? Okay. All right, questions so far? We got a couple more to do. All right, let's try another one like that. I'll let you guys try it. 4x plus 1 over 3x minus 5 is greater than or equal to negative 3. You get some ugly numbers on this one, but that's okay. No. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. They're just yeah. That's if you feel like oh, I messed up. It's just that, like, think about when you're adding fractions, like if I have 1/3 plus Just 3x minus 5. Go back to the numbers. Like, yeah, that's not 6/4, right? Yeah. Those are the right numbers.
But there's no
Oh, 14, 13. It's just a little more than 13. Yeah. Yeah. Walk through those and you're going to be like,
It's so hard.
yeah. Right. 16. Are you asking me? Right.
I forgot
Like, I think if I had like that, right? So when I go to combine these, do I add the 2's? Okay. Okay. And like extra 3x's and 5's happening when we don't need it. Right, all I did was multiply both of those by 2, and then I'm done with that. So guys, my common denominator is 3x minus 5. So I have 4x plus 1 plus 9x minus 15 over 3x minus 5. So that's 13x minus 14 over 3x minus 5. And this is where you doubt that you've done it right, because those are really weird numbers. It's okay, they're just fractions. You guys open the door. All right. All right, so on your number line, you have 14, 13, 5/3. Which one's smaller? 14, 13. So that's close to 1. 13 over 13 would be 1. And then 5/3 is actually close to 2, because 6 over 3 would be 2. I'm going to test 0, so that's way on the left. That would be a negative over a negative. Did you guys get positive then for that section? Okay, negative, positive. So my answer is going to be negative infinity to 14/13. Will that have a bracket or parenthesis on it? Bracket. What about 5/3? Okay. There you go. All right, questions on that one? Are we getting better with our common denominators? Okay, we'll do another one. This is actually the last one in our notes, and then we're going to do some whiteboard practice. All right, 4 over x minus 2 is greater than or equal to negative 3 over x plus 1. Guys, I'm going to help you with the first step, and then I want you to try. We'll see how good you are with your common denominators. Your first step is that you need a 0 on one side. Okay, so we're going to move the whole 3 over x plus 1 to the other side. If you try to multiply or anything like that right away, you're going to lose a critical number. So we want to bring that entire fraction over. And then I want you guys to try from there. So you've got 2 denominators you've got to deal with this time. You need the whole x minus 2 and x plus 1 as your common denominator. Okay? Settle some debates there. Get there, guys. Yeah. Really like multiplying factoring. So you're gonna have three numbers. So that's three numbers on your number line this time. The hardest part for you is just putting them in order.
You see what I know, but I have a calculator, it's fine. I can't do it.
You can do it. You're right on you're missing those parts. Okay, guys, for your common denominator on this, you need something in both fractions. Your denominator is x minus 2 times x plus 1. The 4, do you guys see how that fraction was missing the x plus 1? Okay, and the fraction with the 3 on top was missing the x minus 2. Don't actually multiply out your denominators. You want them factored for your number line. But you do have to distribute the numerator there. So it's going to be 4x plus 4 plus 3x minus 6. So 7x minus 2. Oh, unfortunately, I think it's positive 2/7, not negative 2/7. I think you had a negative, yeah. Yeah, it is. Yep, still in the middle there. So we've got -1, 2/7, and 2, okay? 0 is in between -1 and 2/7. That would give me a negative, positive. So positive, alternating. When is it greater than or equal to 0? Find the positive parts. Skip over the 2 and the -1. So parenthesis, -1, 2/7 bracket, union, parenthesis, 2 to infinity. Questions? Did we get it? Okay.
I thought I actually got it.
Okay. All right, guys, that's the end of your notes. We are gonna practice a few more together though. So I want you to grab your whiteboards out of your desk and I'll give you a few problems here. We'll just get through 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, you just sign it out. Just change the name. an extra one in someone else's then, or look in a desk where no one's sitting. Once you think you've got it, hold it up for me. Good. Yes. Oh, let me see one more time. Did you have a bracket on the 8? Yeah. Nope. Yes, that one's right. Yes.
Yeah.
You see it?
You're
Good.
I got it now.
Yes. I think your 3 is negative, but otherwise, yes. Yeah. Yes. It's like a weird glare, but yes. You guys match, right? Okay. Close. You have the wrong bracket parentheses. You got all the right numbers, the wrong those things. Is your 8 negative?
No.
Okay, then yes.
Wait, that's.
I think your 3 should be negative, and then you'll be right, Harvard. And yes, let's see. Yes. 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 Where's your answer? Put it in interval notation? Yeah.
I don't remember.
So I think your 3 is negative and your 8 isn't. Wouldn't make sense for your 8 to be negative where you have it, right?
No, it's not. That's just that section.
But look at how you wrote your answer. You see it? You have it all right. You just like messed up your sign. Okay. I just want to make sure you can get from that to that. Yeah. You forgot to do that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, just real quick here, make sure we're good. This one wasn't too bad. You did not have to find a common denominator. We have to skip over the 8 and the -3 because those would give me zeros in the denominator. So that's why it's bracket -6 parenthesis on your -3 parenthesis 8 to infinity. Okay. All right, let's try another one. Okay, this one's like your last notes problem. So -3 over x plus 7 is less than or equal to -4 over x plus 8. Give that one a try. I was like, so anything from, I'll show you this.
Yes.
Anything in the denominator, so these two factors from the denominator, those are what have to have soft roots. Right, because we cannot include it because it would make the denominator 0. We cannot divide by 0. So that's why the -6, that was okay to have a hard bracket on because that was. So here, like you can see right away, the -7 and the -8 should have parentheses. Okay. We'll keep checking it then. Again, guys, once you've got it, you can let me see. This one takes a little more work than the last one. We're doing whiteboard problems, really. Let's give it a try, okay?
Yep. Just realizing.
Good job. Close. So, let me see your so you tested 0, right? Okay. 0.
Oh, I went like the one. That one.
0 is over here. Okay. Yeah,
This was like this.
close. Your numerator's not a 3. I think you just multiplied wrong. Think about what 4 times 7 is. I like just forgot the answer as I was looking at yours because I feel like that's wrong. Hold on, let me say it again. You're good. I don't know where you got a 6 from. You might have just written the problem wrong. This is an 8. Okay, yeah. Yes. I think that's an 8. It kind of looks like negative infinity.
Yeah,
Okay, yes, you're good. Yes. Is that a person again, the negative 7? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yes. That's all you can tell me to do. Right numbers, wrong section of your number list.
Okay.
So no, because you basically gave me where it's greater than or equal to 0 and it's less than or equal to 0. Okay. Yeah, you did the same thing. Yes. You like have the opposite of these. Yes. Woo! You got there. No. Let me go through it, I'll show you. No. Let me show you. All right, guys. This one, a little more work. Are you guys okay with me moving this and doing the common denominator stuff all in one step? I don't want to mess anybody up, but I also would rather not write it, you know, multiple times. Are we okay with that? Like you see what I'm doing there? Okay. So I get negative 3x minus 24 plus 4x plus 28. So in your numerator, you end up with x plus 4, and then x 7x plus 8. So that worked out nicely that you didn't have any weird fractions to deal with. -8, -7, -4. Okay, I'm testing 0. 0's on the right side of my number line. That's going to give me a positive value. Okay, positive over positive over positive. So alternate. I want, when is it less than or equal to 0? So I want these negative parts. And I have to skip the -7 and the -8, but I can include the -4. So your final answer is -infinity to -8 parentheses. Union, parentheses, -7 to -4 brackets. You guys see it? Okay. Henry, do you see it? Okay. One more, guys. One more, and then I'll give you your worksheet for homework. It's actually easier than the last one because you already have a 0 over there. There's no denominator drama. You just have to understand multiplicity. Nope. Not close. No. It bounces.
Oh, but it doesn't mean anything to the graphs, but it does the number line.
Yeah, it does. If it bounces, if it was positive, what is it still afterwards?
Oh, then it's negative. It's always going to be positive.
I'm not sure. Still no.
A negative square.
Super close. Look at the inequality again, but you're super close. Nope. Yes. Good job. Yes. Good job. Nope.
No? Is this person who says zero?
Yes, you see. Okay.
Is this
Wouldn't it be -7, not +7? Close. Check your bracket parentheses, but very close. New. You're close, but
Oh, you have to draw the other part.
Do we have to do it?
new. Because it just says greater than 0, not greater than or equal to 0. You got to think about that. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just have to.
You have to skip over that number.
It's not included.
Yes.
Oh.
I know. Not quite. You're close. No, you're close though. Like, I think your number line is right, but just you writing your answers right. Yes.
No.
Yes. Nice. Yes. You got there. That was good persistence. I like it. First of all, think about, are any of the brackets, are you gonna, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's causing you all of your problems. You're close. Yes.
No, that's not. Wait.
No. You're pretty close. You're so close. I'll show you. All right, guys, let's look. I think everyone's okay with those three numbers on your number line, right? Okay, and then I test 0. 0 would give me a positive, a negative, and then a negative but squared, so that's positive. So this little region is negative. Are we all okay with that? Okay. Around the -7, did that one have multiplicity? No, so that'll alternate, so this will be a plus over here. The 3 did not have multiplicity, so that will be a plus. The 5 did, so what happens on both sides of the 5? Plus over here. A lot of you got the number line right and just couldn't quite get the answer in interval notation correctly. I want greater than 0, so I want this end, I want this piece, and I want this piece. Can I include the -7, 3, or 5? No, why not?
Because it's not greater than equal to.
Yeah, it just says greater than. It doesn't say greater than or equal to. So you're not going to include any of those points. This right here, this greater than. It's not greater than or equal to. That costs you lots of headaches. So it's -infinity to -7, parenthesis, union, parenthesis, 3 to 5, parenthesis, union 5 to infinity.
I did it.
Good. All right, guys, questions? Okay, that's good. See, we got there. All right, on your homework worksheet, just do odds for me, okay? There's not a delta math in addition, just a worksheet. Just Guys, what are you doing on the worksheet? Which problem? Odds. Well, I don't know sometimes.